So this one time in 8th grade, we were all standing outside a locked gym door, and I decided to pull, like a filthy Frank Pink guy type of thing, and swing off the door handle to try and get it open. The coach sees this. He drags me into his office, slams the door behind me, and starts literally screaming at me. Yeah, I don't mean like slightly raise his voice. I mean literally banshee scream. Like, how do you get so mad over something that's like obviously a joke? I mean, maybe his cat died that day. Who knows? But yeah, he ended up quitting like a year later. Hello everybody, I have APs in 2 weeks, but my priorities, as you can tell, are completely 100%, without a doubt, fantastic. We've all had those times where a teacher just decided to do something, incredibly retarded, and like, these people aren't stupid, but in some cases it does make you question their sanity, just a little bit. Take, for example, this one time I tried to fly my drone in the backfields of our school, where all the like tennis courts and like soccer fields are and whatever. It's a nice place, there's not a lot of trees there, perfect spot for flying drones, really. Then the athletic director comes out and he's like, oh, you can't fly that here. My guy, do you see a sign anywhere that says no drones allowed? Or even like a single line in the school rulebook that says I can't do it? No. So I don't know why you're just making assumptions about whether or not I can fly something here. Maybe there's some kind of law that says I can't, but he wouldn't know that. He's an athletic director. Okay, wow, that was a huge voice crack, but I guess it's not a huge issue, but like in this case it just stems into a bigger problem because teachers always assume there's some kind of unspoken rule about stuff and they just end up screwing people over for no reason, and it's just like stupid, honestly. Kinda like this one time I was playing music out of a speaker after school, and I know it's an asshole thing to do, but I was in middle school, I didn't know better. This teacher walks over, just grabs it from me, he's like, oh, you shouldn't be playing music. And it's like, again, there's no rule about it, and there's nothing really like wrong with it, at least at that time. Nobody should have cared, and nobody really did, apart from this guy apparently. So you had no reason to take that away from me. And then after that, like, he gave it back, but, like, you really didn't have to make a scene out of this, dude. What the hell are you doing? You know what's worse than that, though? When the teacher is literally a Karen. Because I've had this, last year, actually. Like, right after the first quarter, she was sitting there. She's like, oh, well, do you have any questions about, like, assignments or anything? And I was missing, like, 2 things, I think, and I wanted to ask if I could make them up. First, she throws a scene because I came up to her desk before she called my name, even though I was standing right behind the guy before me, and, like, not bothering anybody. So she kicks me back to my desk. I start doing some, like, classwork or whatever that she assigned. So then, she calls me up, and I tell her, okay, give me a second, I need to finish this sentence or whatever, and she gets mad over that, and then she, like, so then I come up and, like, ask her, can I make up this work, and she's like, no, I don't offer extra credit for late work, the rules very well by now, and you're wasting my time, so go away. And, like, yeah, way to be a jackass, who hurt you? But, after that, she did a couple more, like, slightly annoying things that year, but it wasn't, like, as bad. But then fast forward to this year, I had to run into her again, because, our current teacher asked me to, like, get laptops from her room so that we could, like, do work on them or something. So I go in, she immediately kicks me out, and she's like, what are you doing? Get out of my class. And I'm just like, we want laptops. And she's like, no, I don't care, get out. And she slams the door behind me, just completely kicks me out for no reason. Like, I didn't even tell her what I was there for. So, again, where do you find these people, guys? Maybe do, like, a more thorough background check and, like, whatever. And then you have the teachers that get mad at you for asking quote-unquote stupid questions. And look, dude, I don't ask stupid questions, I ask philosophical questions, hypothetical stuff that actually, like, makes sense and is worth asking. But teachers apparently get really mad if you don't answer, like, right on the money, even if it's, like, an alternative answer that's equally correct. So, like, this one time last year, in math, I think, he's asking me a question. At this point, he already roasted me a shit ton of times, so, like, that wasn't even a problem. We were 2 months into the year, I think, and I raised my hand, he's like, oh, I'm gonna regret calling on you, haha. But I still answer, basically, and I'm like, well, could you hypothetically do this? And he gets mad over this, he immediately just dismisses me, like, haha, forget it. So that was just a complete waste of time, and I don't really understand why you had to come at me like that. Don't forget the teachers that just assume it's your fault for something. Like, a couple of years ago, I had a class that was very early in the morning, and I just don't wake up that early, or at least not very well. And the teacher immediately is just like, oh, well, you have to be more responsible and, like, manage your time better. Like, why don't you tell that to the people that schedule our classes and tell them to, like, not make classes at, like, 7 in the morning? Like, seriously, what's going on here? But, again, it's not that big of an issue. Just learn to kind of, spread the blame around. That's going to be the end of today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please do like and subscribe. Yeah, peace out, everybody.